Someone once asked me, what is the difference between my friends and my best friends? And I've learned that my friends are those who know my stories. However, my best friends are the people who help write those stories. So today I want to tell you about my best friends, and I want to tell you about my story. This is a story that I've been meaning to share for a little bit, but I never had the courage to do so. But I think it's time that I actually share with you guys my story. Back in 2021, around this time, today is the 10th of August, I found out I had testicular cancer. And it is something that changed my life massively, hugely. So I remember around June, July, I initially felt a lump on my left testicle. And at the time I didn't think much of it. And it's because I thought that it was nothing and I didn't need to tell anyone about it. And then I left it for a month, and it grew from a size of a pea to a size of a grape. At this point, I started to notice certain things where I became more aggressive, uncomfortable, it was painful, and yet I didn't tell anyone. I didn't tell my fiance, I didn't tell my friends, I didn't tell my best friends, I didn't tell my colleagues, I didn't tell anyone, not even my doctor. It was until it grew to roughly the size of a tennis ball that it became excruciating, and it was so uncomfortable that I could no longer function. And it was only at this point that I decided it was time I needed to tell someone. I hid this information from my wife, or my fiance at the time, and I tried my best to share it with them, but I just couldn't. So what I had to do was I asked my best friend, hey Lomi, say hi.
Hello.
So I asked my best friend because I needed some comfort. I spoke to my best friend, Carlo, and said to him that something was wrong, something wasn't quite right. So I had to talk to him about it. And this was at work. So myself working as a I work within the medical field at one of Perth's major hospitals here. I still couldn't talk to someone because I felt ashamed of myself. I felt as if I couldn't speak up because it would make me less of a person, less of a man, and it wasn't acceptable for me to speak up and talk to other people about my problems. But I finally built up the courage and I spoke to my best friend. So Carlo, massive thank you, man. I love you to bits, and it means the world that you are one of my closest friends and my best friend. And thank you for taking the time to listen to me and for me to have a shoulder to cry on at the time, because I remember that day. It was horrible. Carlo gave me the courage to basically go see my GP and determine what the lump was. It could have been anything. It could have been a cyst, it could be anything. But after being referred on to urology, going through the hospital, my worst fear kind of came alight, that I had testicular cancer. And it got all fast-tracked through COVID. So I had an orchidectomy, so my left testicle removed. And yeah, I went through a few courses of chemotherapy. Chemo certainly wasn't easy. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys it was easy, because it wasn't, and it's a memory that I don't want to remember. Chemo changed my body in such a way that it's not the same anymore. I may not be as strong as I used to be, but it certainly changed me a lot. But I wanted to talk to you guys that I got the ability to talk to so many people while I was doing chemotherapy, and one of my friends at work wrote a quote in my get well card, and it stuck with me till today, and it's still sticking with me, and that is, tough times don't last forever, but tough people do. And it's important for us all to remember that tough times come and go, but it makes you stronger, and all those different situations make you stronger. Do you want to jump in? So I wanted to share with you guys this story because along my journey with chemo and cancer and all, I found out that I have a lot of amazing best friends. Some of them are here with me today out at the beach, so I can enjoy such an amazing time. And it's great. I have created an absolute amazing network of friends and family that have supported me through such an amazing journey. And everything that I've done has made me stronger, both emotionally and as physically as possible. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is it's perfectly fine that if you're finding it hard to talk to people, it's acceptable, it's okay, and it is definitely fine. So speaking up and being able to talk to your best friends about these situations, and whether it's medical or emotional, you should be able to talk to your best friends. They're there to help you, and they're there to support you. But one of the biggest key messages that I wanted to portray and bring out for you all is that, guys, stop bottling up your emotions and speak up about it, because we need to normalize it. We need to make it acceptable, and we need to talk. We all need to talk, whether it's around a barbecue or whether it's cracking open a beer out camping or out the beach like we are today and forward driving. If one of your mates sit down and say, hey guys, I need to talk, I really do need to talk, we may talk about a lot of random stuff and joke around and tease each other, and it builds character. But sometimes if your best friend comes and sit down and talk to you and says, hey man, something serious is going on, I need to talk, you know what, we need to sit down and we say, yeah man, let's sit down and let's chill, let's talk. And we need to keep our ears open and check up on our mates. I might not be here today if it wasn't because of two of my best friends, one of which is my wife now, and Carlo. And I love you both, and I love all my best friends. You guys have been absolutely amazing and humbled to the bottom of my heart. I love you all. You guys have brought so much joy and motivated me beyond what I thought was capable. But that's the beginning of my story, and hopefully this helps. Even if this video helped one person, I think I need to post it. I need to put it up for someone to see, because it might persuade them in a positive way. So if I'm able to effect positive change in your mindset in any way, great. This video has been a success. But guys, have an amazing time. Look after yourself and speak up. And go out, have a fantastic adventure. Go out on these adventures with your friends and your family and create memories, because you only here one time. So keep creating those positive memories and positive vibes. Lots of love to you guys. I'll catch you guys on another video.